Hey guys, trying out something new here that is different from the usual meme content. Getting this content consisted of me harassing people in the marketplace to show off their ship. So let me know if you guys have a shipping game to show off for future videos, or just let me know what you think of the video in general in the comments. How long did it take you to make this craft?
So about 2 days total. First day 10-12 hours to 90% finish it, and then another 10-12 hours just to make sure it works completely, like, without tilting. And also I decided to add a couple more guns.
So what are some of the cool features? I see that your cockpit can extend and retract.
Yeah, so initially the cockpit was stationary, and I could just pop out. But as you saw, it didn't let me do that once I built the rest of it. So I sort of had to think of a way to keep the cockpit without, changing the rest of my design. So what I came up with is some rails at the bottom, and it just slides back in like this. Before, right, I could leave seat, and it would just pop me through the glass. But then, once I started developing, like, it just says no space to leave the seat. So I came up with this design where I go into this office chair up top, and then I can jump. But then it bugs out. I can actually still control my ship, even though I left it. Look, I'm still controlling it. I guess it teleported me because of lifeline, but, So the idea was to have as much visibility as possible, and this is why I decided against using the table mount for the controls, and I added the controls on the side.
Okay, I see that. And what about this arm on the right? Does this arm retract, or does it stay still here?
It's still, so that's the controls, so that they're not in the way.
So how much did it cost you to produce this out, the ship designer?
So it's actually quite on budget. It's under 1.3 mil.
Okay.
Yeah, actually it's 3 generator units because the guns, they do take a lot of they eat up a lot of power. So initially I calculated to have 2 guns, but in practice I realized that it's more bursts that are important. So actually it can handle 4 guns pretty much almost up to overheating. Once it's overheated, it doesn't consume that much power anyway.
Alright, sweet.
Hello.
Yo man, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. How about you?
Good, doing good. But no, this is a sweet ship. I'm guessing it's some sort of hauler. Does it do any mining, or?
Oh yeah, it does mining.
So
Since
it's like...
currently the mining laser doesn't actually work in game at all.
Got you. So it's sort of like a multi-purpose kind of ship, no?
Oh yeah. If you wanted to like buy materials here at this station, go to a different station, you definitely could.
Nice. And I'm looking inside in the cabinet and all that. This is just sweet. The amount of space that's like in here is crazy, and all these different seats and such. How long did it take you to build this?
Oh, I don't know actually. Probably at least a few hours.
A few hours, yeah. Huh.
Yeah. I've been slowly building up. I had earlier versions of the ship that were much smaller, and I just kind of kept on making it bigger and bigger slowly.
True. How many different cargo crates do you have on this ship? Like, how much slots do you have?
128.
128. Wow. So this is one big boy. And how much did it cost you coming out, ship designer?
14 million.
Ooh. Damn.
Yeah, it cost a pretty penny, but should be worth it.
So you got looks like 16 thrusters on the back with a lot of propellant thrusters on the side for mobility.
Yep.
And the 4 transmitters on top. What is the purpose of that?
That is, if you go to the cockpit, you can look to the left. There's a little screen that displays X, Y, and Z coordinates.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yep. That was the design that I believe. Let me double check. I believe it was Duke that came up with that.
Okay.
I was trying to make the ship for the pilot series.
Okay. And what is the pilot series?
That is a kind of lore, unofficial lore that the Marksman has been making.
Okay.
We're planning on filming it in Starbase itself.
Nice. Okay. And you got lots of batteries here.
Yep, 24, I believe. I should have added more, but it works.
Yeah, sweet. And you got 4 propellant tanks with 4 generator units, correct?
Yep, each of them separate so they can be shut down if not.
The ship is like 52 ore containers. Due to the integrity, I can put on every row each side an additional 7 ore containers, not ore containers, ore blocks without problems. Let's have 2 generator units consisting of 1 fuel chamber and 1 generator unit each.
Okay, cool. And what about the rangefinders here?
The rangefinders, I can turn them off quickly. Basically an optic laser visor, so I crosshair in general, so I can look ahead and know where I'm flying at without having to actually have a physical crosshair here.
Oh, so there's sort of like navigation.
Yes, and also for orientation. Like I can exactly know if I'm parallel to something.
Oh, that's very smart.
And I can turn it off if I have to.
Okay. What about this panel that you can bring in and out, and what do they display on here?
I have this panel, as you previously saw, I can pull out and extend as I wanted to, a button. Which is just for, as a miner, I have the desire to see as much room around me as possible, so if I can, I will track the HUD so I don't have to have no vision obstructed.
Yeah.
But when I need some additional information, I can send the slider and have different things displayed. And I can turn off and on my generator if I have to. I can see my range estimate. It's like an assumption of how many kilometers I can fly.
Okay.
Currently it says incredibly huge number because it just works when I actually fly straight forward.
Gotcha. Cool.
I can see my gen rate, my power ratings, prop rate and fuel ratings. The top right panel is for how my current consumption rates are.
Okay.
You can see I have 0 prop rate, which means I don't consume any fuel, any propellant right now. Text panel says in how many minutes my propellant and fuel will be empty in current rates I have. Also, there is a warning panel, which is currently not doing anything. It is supposed to say if I have a low amount of flight time left, that I'm warned about it. Actually, if you look behind you in the ship, right there, you can see a rangefinder currently off.
Yeah.
The moment I start to move, will track if I am in the seat or not. When I stop the ship, it's off again. Just for visual.
How's it going, man?
Good, and you?
Doing pretty good. So what do you got here? Do you have a name for this ship?
Yeah, it's the Cherax.
The Cherax?
Yeah, Cherax. It
Nice.
means like it's a lobster in Latin
Oh, okay, cool. Okay,
because
nice.
of the arms.
Yeah, nice. So what is the general purpose of this ship here? What do you have it for?
Mainly mining. It's mainly mining. It's also my first ship. To be honest, that's a ship that I've designed in another game that you maybe know.
Which
the
is?
Dual Universe.
No, I have not, but I'll look it up. Sounds good.
And so I wanted to try to build the same ship in this game and to see how it works.
And did it work out well? Do you think you did well?
Yeah, but it's my first ship, so I've learned a lot. It took me like maybe 1 week, to
Nice.
design and to build that. But at the same time, I was also learning about the tools. And there is a lot of flows, as I said. It's kind of messy inside.
Okay.
Look at the structure, the class. It's very messy. You cannot access the crates themselves from inside.
Oh, so you can't go inside here? These are not hallways in here?
You can enter here. Those arms are entirely filled with crates.
So there's no room for anything.
No, this is the only room here, and the bridge that's upstairs. Okay, let me turn the light. I still have to work with YOLO for all the button and stuff to
Right.
rename everything.
Nice.
And see, I try to hide everything behind doors.
Okay.
So you can open to access and maybe fueled.
Super cool. I'm actually stuck in here.
I see that.
Think I'll be able to get up. Yeah, no. Cool. But yeah, this is super awesome. So how many crates can you fit in this? Like, what's your storage capacity?
Honestly, I don't remember. I think there's 64 crates.
Sounds nice.
Hold that cargo lock, but they don't work,
Okay.
I didn't know that you need 3 direction. So see, there is only 2 here.
Oh, that's
So
so
I
sad.
need to add more on this side of the ship.
Okay. Is there anything you want to shout out or sponsor? Are you part of any discords or clans?
I'm part of the Revenant
Okay.
organization.
Yeah.
So we are mainly 3 people right now that are playing that got accepted in the alpha.
Yeah.
But I think we are about 12 or 15 people.